It's a tradition at every conference that the board asks a few of the firms to take a few minutes to introduce themselves. Today, in the following order, we'd like to hear from SSEK out of Indonesia, followed by VLAF out of Vietnam, and then finally, Philippe Prieto Carrizosa from Peru. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, I would like to thank FLI for the opportunity to present Indonesia in this annual spring conference. You know, this is our third year participating at FLI. Now, you've probably heard about Indonesia, but some of you may or may not know too. So where's the location of Indonesia? We are located in the Southeast Asia between the Indian and Pacific Oceans. Indonesia is the largest archipelago in the world. We have 17,000 islands. The most populated islands are Java, Sumatra, Kalimantan, Sulawesi, and Papua. Our population is over 250 million people. So, you know, you can guess why a lot of foreign investors want to come to Indonesia. The head of the country is a president. He was elected by direct election. We have 34 provinces. The capital city is in Jakarta. Our legal system is the civil law system, following the Netherlands. This is just the recent GDP data that we have. This is based on the IMF, comparing between the purchasing power parity and the nominal GDP. And we think that the PPP is more useful because it takes into account the relative cost of local goods, services, and inflation rate of the country. So we've come a long way. This year, Indonesia will be in their 75th year. Foreign direct investment. We've been introducing foreign direct investment since 1967. A lot of changes throughout the years. Lastly, we amended the investment law in 2007. These are the top 10 countries that made the investment to Indonesia. If you see in Singapore up there, number 1, I just want to let you know that mostly the investors are establishing their SPV in Singapore. That's why Singapore is number 1 there. This is to utilize the, among others, the tax benefit. The foreign investment always have to follow what we call the negative investment list. Basically, this is a list that updated by the government from time to time. The DNI always put the business that open for certain restrictions of foreign ownership. As the rule of thumb, if the business is not in the list, that means it's open for 100% foreign investment. But in practice, you always have to go back to the Capital Investment Coordinating Board. For ease of doing business in Indonesia, the government is trying very hard to increase the rank of doing business in Indonesia. Today, we are in number 109. This is the indicators that provided by the World Bank. So you can see that this is why we are in that rank, because sometimes it's difficult just to start a business. There are some deadline on the construction permits, getting electricity because we are so fast, registering property, getting credit, protection of minority investors, paying taxes, trading across borders, enforcing contracts, and resolving insolvency. And also in practice, we've seen a lot of these issues all the time. For the countries that fast as Indonesia, we always need infrastructure. And this is the constructions have been going on in Indonesia and fully supported by the government: airports, ports, toll roads, railways. But I will not speak about that because I think for me it's a conventional business. What I want to speak about is about the creative industry in Indonesia. And this is the one that about the computer program and applications. The creative industry is really driven by the domestic pride, and this is one of the examples that the local product. And really using, we are so proud of Indonesia. And another one that's very interesting is about the social media penetration. If for the country that has, unstable electricity, we have a lot of social media user. And if you see the lot of mobile connections, it's more than the population itself. 319 million that have the mobile connections. Now, what I'm going to share with you is the 2 success stories of the creative industries. This is what we call Gojek. This is the apps, just like Uber apps, but now it's using the motorbikes. Because if you have visited Jakarta, you will see that we have bad public transport. And the one that has not been regulated is about this motorbike taxi. The founder of Gojek, he think that why don't we use the apps just like Uber? But now they are expanding their business. It's not only using motorbike taxi as the transport, but they also using it for example, GoFood. This is the delivery of food. GoMart, they're using it for purchasing groceries. And the other one is thing about the other one is about GoTix. So they pick the tickets that you have and they deliver it to you. So it's really expanding all over the Indonesia. Started in Jakarta, but now they have in several of big cities. Another one is also Bukalapak. This is basically just like Amazon, but this is mostly local contents, and they're also expanding their business. Why I share these 2 success stories? Because a lot of foreign investors wants to come in and invest in Gojek, in Bukalapak. Our firm has been receiving requests of how they're going to invest in this startup business. It's not something that easily done because the lack of regulations. In addition to that, there is issues on data processing, logistics, payment gateway that very interested to be explored. And because of that, I would like to also introduce SSEK because this year is our 24th year. SSEK is fully independent, full-service law firm. We founded by 4 women lawyers. And, in Indonesia, it's very typical of the woman lawyer. So sometimes I find it very hard to understand if, other people said that, in one country, women lawyers are very rare. And then we also evolve from the beginning till now, starting as the solely FDI law firm, majoring in energy, oil and gas, but now we've seen a lot of changes because of the economy situations in Indonesia. So basically we do everything. With that note, I end my presentation. Thank you.